Are you looking for a little bit of extra income and you're just not sure where to start? Well, you've come to the right place, because in this video, I'm gonna share with you some easy to implement side hustles that you can start today. Hey everybody, it's Brian from A Life After Layoff, and today I want to share with you some easy to implement side hustles that you can start today with minimal skill, experience, and startup cost. Now, if you follow my channel on any level, you know that I'm a huge proponent of multiple streams of income, not only because it helps set you up for the future, but it also gives you a lot more control in your career. And the reason why I say that is if you've got multiple ways of earning your monthly expenses, then you won't be in a position where you'll be desperate to take the first crappy job that comes your way. We can move ourselves more into the driver's seat and be much more selective because we don't have that pressure of earning the paycheck consistently. In fact, you never want to get into a situation where you're totally reliant on a single employer for your entire subsistence. So if you're somebody that's sitting there watching this video saying, hey, I know I would love to start multiple streams of income, but I have absolutely no idea where to start or what I could even do, then this video is for you. There's lots of great ways to make side income, but this video is going to be really catered towards ideas that you can implement easily at home and with minimal investment. And some of these I've actually tried myself, so they do work. All right, so let's jump into some of those ideas right now. The first idea, and one of my favorites, is starting a YouTube channel. The nice thing about YouTube is you don't need any special skills or equipment other than knowing how to do some basic video editing. And if you've got a modern smartphone, you already have a pretty good camera and you can use that to record your videos. In fact, most of my early videos were recorded on an iPhone with no other equipment. Now, you will need to learn some basic editing skills, and that can be a learning curve, but watch a few YouTube videos and you should be able to figure it out. Me personally, I use DaVinci Resolve, which is an absolutely free software program that is very robust and powerful. Now, another great option is if you own a Mac laptop, it's actually preloaded with some pretty decent software. iMovie is an excellent video editor for YouTube videos. And some people actually edit their videos on their phones. Now, I've never personally done that, but my wife has her own YouTube channel and she edits most of her videos directly on her phone. And I'll probably do a separate video on how to start a YouTube channel, but there are some tools that I use that are absolutely must-haves, one being TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy actually helps me find the right keywords and make sure that my videos are SEO compliant when I put them out. So I'll leave a link for that if you're interested. Now, how much money can you make on YouTube? It can really range from a couple of dollars a day all the way up to over 1,000 or even more a day. Now, I know there's some channels that make well over $1 million a year. My personal best is $750 in a single day. All right, so the next one's kind of related. It's selling affiliate products. If you're interested in social media or you have a decent social media following, you can actually sign up for some websites that will allow you to sell other people's products and earn a commission. So in the previous mentioned TubeBuddy, I actually do use the product, but I would also get an affiliate sale should you decide to use it yourself. And the great thing about affiliate sales is almost every major retailer has an affiliate program, meaning that if you've got a really engaged audience, you can make a sizable income from affiliate sales. I'll definitely be doing another video on affiliate programs, so make sure you hit the subscribe button if you don't want to miss that one. So if social media influencing isn't your thing, don't worry, I got you covered. The next idea is for you dog lovers out there. Unless you live in a very rural neighborhood, almost every area has a lot of dogs. And the dog owners almost always need to have reliable dog walking and pet sitting. And if you've ever tried to put your dog in a kennel, you can quickly discover how expensive it can truly be. And that's where you come into play. Try marketing yourself as a local dog walker or pet sitter, and even if you have the space, you can potentially even open up a small kennel at your house. And this is especially valuable during holiday season when people are taking trips. And if you can prove to be a reliable resource for people, you'll have more business than you can handle. And trust me, the kennels near you are anywhere near as busy as mine. You will have no shortage of people who will be willing to take you up on that offer. And on the flip side, you can also look at dog walking, where you can charge $15 an hour for a 30-minute walk, and try showing up to your local dog park with a flyer, and I bet you'll fill up your schedule in no time. Now, the next idea is if you got a skill that's particularly marketable, consider teaching lessons. You're a really good guitar player or drummer or anything else dealing with music, there's certainly a market for that. Or maybe you're a really good baker, or maybe you happen to be really handy around the house. You can actually teach lessons to people who would love to learn those skills. For example, I have a close friend who teaches half-hour bass guitar lessons for $45, and she has roughly 50 students each week. So do the math and figure out how much that would be. So get on Facebook, join some local groups, and make sure everybody knows what you offer, because you could easily find yourself with several thousand extra dollars a month doing something that you love. So the next idea is something that I would have totally used if I had found a service like this in my local area. It's if you have a pickup truck or some large vehicle, consider renting it out as a service. So for example, my wife and I just bought a new coffee table, and we bought it about 45 minutes away. The problem is we couldn't fit it in our car. And we didn't know anybody that had a truck, so I was forced to go to Home Depot, rent a vehicle, drive it all the way down and all the way back, and ended up costing me a fortune. So if you got a pickup truck, consider renting out as a service for somebody who doesn't need to hire a full-fledged mover. I guarantee you, with a little bit of creative marketing, you can make a killing. And if you have a proper trailer and or hitch, consider hauling boats or motorcycles, because there's been more than once where I have personally looked for somebody who could haul a motorcycle and couldn't find anybody. And trust me, you'll probably be the only one in town offering that service. And speaking of mobile services, if you happen to be somebody that's really handy, consider doing mobile mechanic work, because the same thing goes for my motorcycle. I would absolutely love to have somebody come to my house and work on my bike instead of me having to try to figure out a way to get it to a shop. It really could be anything from landscaping to fixing people's computers, even cleaning people's houses. And if you could market yourself specifically for people who are moving out and need a cleaning service, you could really find a powerful niche. And honestly, I think you could easily be earning well over $1,000 a month doing those ideas. So the next idea is, if you live in an area that is relatively interesting and maybe even a tourist draw, consider being a local tourist. Because there's no barrier to entry. You don't have to carry any specific licenses other than maybe a business license. And you can offer tours of your favorite locations in your hometown. Because some of my favorite memories when I've been traveling is doing that exact thing. So maybe you can do things like wine tours, hosting whitewater rafting or hiking adventures, going skiing and taking people out with you, historic tours in your local town, maybe even ghost tours. You don't have to be in New Orleans to have something entertaining. And me as a motorcycle rider, I would consider offering motorcycle tours. And maybe you can partner up with a local bike rental shop and figure out a way to profit share. And all you need to do is set up a simple website, maybe put something on a TripAdvisor and Facebook, and you're in business. All right, so the next major thing, and something that I've had a high degree of success with, is photography. If you're good with a camera, you can make a killing on the side by shooting family photos, doing real estate photography, or even shooting weddings. Now, there is a little bit of a barrier to entry to some of them, but if you already have the camera gear and you already have the skills, it's just a matter of marketing yourself. And in particular, family photography is an absolutely lucrative place to start. Especially during holiday seasons, you can set up mini sessions where you can get lots of families to sign up and you can do them all in one sitting. For example, I live in a neighborhood that has about 250 to 300 homes. If you were to set up a mini session down at the local park central to everybody, it would be a great convenient option for most of those families. And if you only manage to even set up 8 to 10 of those, you could easily net $1,500 in a day. Times that by 2 or 3 weekends and you can see how that could quickly turn into a full-time income. Now, another photography option is stock photos. If you have an eye for the stock photography aesthetic, it can be a very lucrative passive income. So what you want to do is gradually build up a large portfolio of relevant marketable images. And even though you might only make between 5 to 25 cents per download, it can potentially snowball on you very quickly. And the best thing about it is it's completely passive. You make it while you're sleeping and it goes on for years. And I just got notice of a payout from Shutterstock for images that I took 10 years ago. So absolutely check out stock photography if you've got that eye. All right, so let's wrap it up with a couple more quick ideas on things that you can easily implement. If you happen to be somebody that's crafty, you can also look at selling your products on an Etsy store. Etsy is really easy to set up. It's a basic storefront and you can go in and create a profile, and whatever product that you happen to make, you can go in and market yourself on there. Some stores are earning tens of thousands of dollars per month if you happen to be particularly good at marketing yourself. There's also places like Shopify where you can set up online stores to do drop shipping. It's a little bit more complex, and I'll probably cover that in another video as well. The last thing that I want to cover in today's video is retail arbitrage. And if you're not familiar with it, essentially it's reselling of products. The most common way to do it is to go to yard sales or thrift shops and find designer products that are underpriced. Basically what you do is you clean them up and you flip them. I have a friend who looks for designer handbags and clothing, and she sells things on Poshmark that she finds in the thrift shops. And right now she's earning between $1,000 to $1,500 per month. Another option is retail arbitrage, where you go into large retailers who are discounting products that maybe were discontinued. And usually you can find them for dollars on the cent. Then what you do is you go into Marketplace or potentially even to Amazon and resell them. Now, for example, I found this product, which is a hand sanitizer. You can see it's a huge hand sanitizer, plus these little hand sanitizers at my local Home Depot. And there was probably 200 of these sitting in a bin that was marked clearance. I paid 50 cents for this and 25 cents for this. And if you scoop up enough of them, say you scoop up 200 of them, and I can sell them online think of the money that I can make. So those are the types of examples of things that you would want to look for. Look for the retail bins that are highly discounted, and essentially you're going to be your own thrift shop. And there's people who make tens of thousands of dollars per month doing this. All right, so there's a lot of ideas in here. And again, these are just scratching the surface of the possibilities of ways that you can make side income. But hopefully this gives you some ideas on where to start and things that just about anybody can do, given a little bit of hard work. I also do offer some consulting on multiple streams of income if you're truly looking to unlock your potential. So you can reach me through my website for that. So hopefully this helps. Get started on those multiple streams of income today, even if it's something small. Appreciate you watching. Happy hustling, and we will see you on the next one.